Yeah, he's out. Oh, Jesus Christ. You bite hard. Why do you hate me? Play with your mouse. Look, mouse. Easily bamboozled. Hey everybody, welcome to Elizabeth Plants. I'm Elizabeth, and today we're finally doing another house tour. I don't do these super professional style. I just kind of vlog and walk around my house. A couple things that I do want to note is that I do not know the names to probably most of my plants. I might have a general concept of what it might be. If I do know them or can find them, I'll put them up on the screen. Also, I probably won't film this video all in one go. Ouch. Oh, my cat just tried to climb my leg. He really wants to be involved. Another thing to note is you will see my cats throughout the video. They want to be involved. They want to attack what I'm looking at, and they want to play with my toes. So we're just gonna work with it. I didn't clean my house for you per se, so you'll have to forgive some mess. I live here and I work too much to clean it every time I use anything. So yeah, let's just get started. We're gonna start in the hallway like I did last time. If you have any questions as far as like what happened to a plant I have, there are a couple things to remember. One, you can ask me and I'll tell you. Two, refer to my 2020 plant goals video. I lost a lot of plants and I kind of talk about it in that video. I'll put it in the description or maybe in a card or something depending on what I remember to do. So yeah, let's get started. All right, first when we walk in, this is kind of my view. I'm not going to show you what's in the entryway, but this is my ZZ. I believe it's a Zamifolia. It's just a regular ZZ. It's pretty big. It's got a lot of new growth. You can see all the light green is new growth. It just kind of sits here in my hallway. It only gets light when this door is open or when it's extra super bright, and it'll get light from everything over there. Next to it is a part of one of my snake plants. This snake plant, Sansevieria, is really, really old, and there are a whole bunch of cuttings in there in an attempt to propagate them in dirt. This piece was taken to return to my boyfriend's grandma, hey Simba, who gave me the full plant. We'll see that in the office later. This is just some dried eucalyptus. I can't smell it anymore, but when new people come in, they can smell it, so I keep it. Over here, we've got another Sansevieria. I got this in a houseplant box. If you'd like $1 off your houseplant box. Not an ad, I just use the box all the time and have a reference code. There'll be a link in the description. He's just here because I know he can handle the infrequent lighting. And then same over here, I've got two more Sansevierias, snake plants. This one I believe is called like cylindrica or something like that. It was braided, but I didn't like it, so I unbraided it. And these like wonky looking ones, those are the new growth, but since I moved it hasn't really grown. And then I have this one. I've had it for a while. I'm trying to give it a new home because it just doesn't bring me any joy, and quite frankly I like this one better, and they're similar enough to me. Then if we look down, I've got this variegated Maranta prayer plant. It was doing absolutely phenomenal, but I have kittens now since the last video, and a lot of things have changed, including they like to stretch on my plants and play in my plants, and quite frankly, they may have peed in this plant. I'm hoping not. When I thought that it was potential, I flushed the soil out completely, and most of the damage is from them jumping over it or through it, rolling in it. I've taken some cuttings and propagated it in the office. You'll see those, but it's a beautiful plant if my cats would just stop sitting on it. And it doesn't really like too many other places in my house because my vents blow so heavily that it just like wilts. Then over here what you will see is my giant spathiphyllum or peace lily. I can't remember the exact type it is. We figured it out in the comments of my repotting video. Apparently I repotted it incorrectly and it is now stressed. In addition to that being the potential cause for its stress, it needs to be watered, I think, which is why it's kind of droopy. But I got cats. And as you can see here, they love scratching on the leaves, or at least they did. They haven't done it in a long time. But so this plant is a little worse for wear. It's not doing too hefty, and all of the new growth is like really small. This one the cats chewed on when it was coming out, and this is the last growth it's had, I believe. This one is just like permanently bent because when I got it, I leaned it up against a wall. But so this is this guy. If you have any tips, I pulled him off the floor and that seems to help with my cats scratching it. They were digging up the dirt a lot, so I put pots and sticks in the dirt. But if you have any tips for me making this guy a little happier, or maybe it is just my cats and I need to rehome it, let me know in the comments below. If you remember, I had 2 of these. The other one I sold, I rehomed it because it was just too big and I didn't have anywhere to put it. So I rehomed it while it was still flowering and happy. All right, next we're going to move into my bedroom. This is my bedroom. I'm going to try not to show you my boyfriend's side. I just moved this guy here. It's a fiddly fig. I'm hoping he'll do well. I've been kind of moving him a lot. The cats like to knock him over everywhere I seem to put him. And he was, I think, too close to the sun at one point because he got this damage right here. So we're going to test him out right here and see how that goes. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. And then over here in this corner is my green heartleaf philodendron. It's just the regular one. I believe I either got him from Gabriella Plants or from Houseplant Box. I can't remember. If we cross, down here's my bed. If we cross over here, I did have a big tapestry here. However, I had to move this guy from the living room because we hung our TV. And quite frankly, I like this guy better than I like the tapestry, and I only had room for one, so I moved him. Over here you will see my philodendron heartleaf Brazil. So this is a mixture of 2 plants. One that you have seen quite a few times in my videos. He was much smaller. This little branch right here is that guy. And then a larger plant that came from my houseplant box, I believe 2 months ago. And so I kind of put them up there to kind of mirror that one, and I think it looks really nice. I think he might need to be watered. I need to check. Then down here on my side of the bed, I've got a couple plants doing all right. My one video, it's probably not out yet. Maybe it is. But he was featured. This guy, I believe he's a mascane, like a variegated mascane, was featured in one of my most recent videos. He's doing fine. And then right here is my Alocasia dancing tiny dancers. He is not doing well. My cats munched on him quite a bit. As you can see, all the new growth is like itty bitty. And then we're also struggling with, I believe, spider mites, if you can see that. I'm not sure. Oh, now we're all blown out. I believe it's spider mites. Let me know if I'm wrong and I need to do something different. He doesn't seem to be struggling any less or more than he already was from being gnawed on. Then this, I believe, is a Peperomia Frost. I think I got him, I want to say it was a houseplant box that I unboxed on camera for you guys. He's just in this cache pot, and he's got a ton of teeny tiny little growth, but my cats keep stepping on him in order to get over here because they just feel like they need to. I don't know. But he's doing pretty well considering. He keeps popping out new growth, killing off old growth. He's just experiencing the life cycle. Like, look at this. I just do that every once in a while. Set that there for now. And then if we pass by my window, I don't want to show you other people's places outside the window. We have over here. Now, if you'll remember, I had a mirror right there. That mirror is now right here because I got cats and it was not secured down. And as soon as they were able to jump up here, I was worried that they were going to knock the mirror down and not only squish themselves and possibly die because this mirror weighs more than I do, and my plants, and then the glass would shatter. If they hadn't been squished to death, they would bleed to death. It scared the crap out of me, so we put it there until we are able to secure it up on the wall. I'm still trying to figure out how to do that because it is not framed and it weighs more than I do. So if we come over here, I've got this guy. I believe somebody told me what he was called in the last house tour, but I can't remember. I moved him here and he seems to be doing fine. And he's in this pot, which does not have a drainage hole, but he doesn't seem to care that much. Over here we've got my philodendron moonlight hybrid, I believe. This little scratch right here happened last night. I had to pull my cat out of my plants like I have to do every night, and he grabbed on, which is sad, but we've got new growth coming out, if you can see. So he's doing wonderful. Then we've got my peperomoides, my pepperoni plant. I think I'm going to rehome this guy. I got him because, I don't know, I just felt like I had to collect them all, and I just don't care. He had a bunch of pups. I pulled all the pups out and gave those away, and then, I don't know, he's just been more trouble than he's worth to me, so I might get rid of him. I just haven't gotten around to dealing with it. He's doing all right. I mean, I don't know, I don't pay much attention. I'm going to kind of gloss over my green spaces plants if I can, because I want to do them in a separate video, but there is one of them. And then right here is my Monstera deliciosa. I got this from Harley G. I believe her mom runs the shop now, but it was her shop. And he's doing good. I just watered him this morning because he's getting kind of like rolled up, but this happened this past week. Not entirely sure why. I need to cut that off though. It's on this one as well. No splits yet, but we've got new growth coming, so we're doing fine. My cat likes to sit on him, which is why he's kind of crooked. So, I don't know. Here is another peperomia. Let's see, I've labeled this one. This is a black ripple. Same thing as the silver one, except my cats sit on this one less, so the original adult growth is still here. It's doing really well. It drops a couple, grows a couple. He looks really nice here, and I like him. Next to that is an alocasia. As you can see, my cat's kind of scratched a knot on it. Yeah, over here as well. Which makes me sad. This is the newest growth. But they've been leaving him alone lately. So he's doing fine. I don't really know what variation he is. Oh, and right here I forgot my SIBO blue. I want more SIBO blue. I'm probably going to order more as soon as I can find it. But he's doing fine. He's been knocked over a couple times and he hasn't died yet, so we're doing our best. I featured him on my Instagram the other day, so check out my Instagram, Elizabeth Plants, if you want to check out some of my plants. So next to my alocasia is this guy. It was a palm up until today/yesterday. But the cats were destroying my poor palm. So the palm is in the office, recuperating, hopefully. We'll see him in a little bit. I'm not sure entirely what this is. I think it's a Dracaena. I don't know what variety. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he just loves being ignored, and he's doing fine. He's been doing fine for a while. He's one of my original plants. So, I don't know. He's probably a foot taller than when I got him. He just loves it. And then if we look up here, I'm going to get up on my bed so you can see it better. I've got a shelf and then a hanging plant. This guy's not going to be up here permanently because my heater kind of blows at him, but I needed to get him up off the ground because of my cats. Yeah, because of you. You did it. They like to munch on him, so I just hung him there for now. That is a prayer plant. It's in my last houseplant box unboxing. And then over here, we've got on the left right here, this is a pothos. I want to say this is the Enjoy. Correct me if I am wrong. But he's doing fine so long as I remember to water him. Excuse me. Right here, I've got a trade Scantia. I don't know which variety. For a little bit, you can see a little bit of crunchies right here. I forgot to water all these guys up here, and this one suffered a little bit, but he's coming back. This whole branch, that whole branch is new, and he seems to be doing all right. This addition right here, this Pothos, is a new addition to the shelf. I had a Monstera something or other up here, but it just like was not having it. I don't know if it was too much, not enough humidity, too much, I don't know. But that one, he's on death's bed, but we're trying. So this is just a regular Pothos. I need to pull that leaf off. And I'm thinking about trimming this one up. I don't really know. I put him there as a placeholder because it just looks so empty without a third plant. He's doing fine. As you can see, there's not a ton of variegation, but that's fine. I have a couple others, and they're more variegated. So that is my bedroom and entry hallway. Next, we will move into the living, dining, kitchen area. It's all one giant room. Again, please forgive me for any mess. I live here, and it just happens. I have cats, I work and go to school and work, and my boyfriend works, and our cats knock stuff over. Just, it's fine. You'll be fine. And if you can't be fine, you can click off this video because it's your own problem. Okay, so this is my living room. I have to cover my couch up with blankets because the cats like do laps on it, and it's leather and expensive, and so I cover it up with blankets. The pillows are generally on the ground, but it's chaotic. And then you'll also have to forgive my Christmas stuff. I don't have anywhere to store this stuff except my parents, who live 3 hours away, so until I'm visiting them again, that stuff stays there. So we're gonna start over here by the TV, which has been recently mounted, and as I explained, we'll start over here. We've got my cat's little watering hole and my cats and one of our carriers. They like to play in it. Don't ask me why. Down here we've got something. Oh, I know what this is. I've been told what this is. Anyways, I'll have it up on the screen if I can figure it out. He's doing fine right here. I put him here because of the little watering hole. I was hoping that maybe it would help with humidity, and he's doing a lot better. This leaf is brand new. I'm thinking about going around and cutting off all the brown. I just haven't gotten to it. I believe this leaf is new as well. This little guy right here. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Then right down here is a white butterfly syngonium, and you'll notice it's fallen over and looks kind of worse for wear. Part of that is under watering on my part. The brown tips are anyways. The fallen over and worse for wear is because my cats like to lay on him, and I don't have room to hide him in my office. So we're doing our best. This leaf is brand new and really cool. I like this one as well. I just love syngoniums. I mean, it's still doing good. It's popping out all sorts of new growth, as you can see. It's just, I gotta let the growth grow and establish before my cats chop it off. You can see him eyeing it. Raja, you can't have my plants. You can't have them. Lay on your heat pad. Yeah, or bite me. Love that. All right, and then I'm going to back up so you can see my other elephant ear. And if you saw my last houseplant tour, then you're as sad as I am looking at it now. Not only is there all of this scratching from my cats, but there's only 3 leaves. What the heck? And the newest one is broken. What the heck? It's because of my cats. They've knocked this guy over so many times. They've gnawed off or broken off all of the branches. This guy, when I had when I first got my cats, had like 6 or 7 leaves about the size of this one. And since then it has popped out 4 more, and currently I only have 3. It makes me very sad. So I've got a whole bunch of sticks in here in an attempt to keep them from standing in the pot. It doesn't work. I need help. Give me tips in the description or in the comments. I'd love that. Then we'll move over here, and I've got this guy. He, I believe, is a Dracaena. Correct me if I'm wrong. Limelight maybe. I've had him for a while. I moved him out here. He was in my office for a long time, but I moved him out here recently when we put the TV up. I like him here, so I'm gonna keep him. Next to it, I've got a Chinese evergreen. I'm not sure what variety, but it is struggling. In my last video, it was doing so good, and then I got cats, so I put him up so that they wouldn't like munch or knock him over or anything, and they started to learn how to climb, so they got a handle on it, and it just started dropping leaves like crazy. Like all of the leaves just dropped. I don't know if they peed in it or what, but I flushed out the soil. I think I may even have given it fresh soil. I moved it out here, pulled off all the bad leaves. I pulled off another 2 this morning. This one has since come out, so it's alive. I'm hoping that it'll come back. I mean, if you look down here, it's lost a lot, and I'm really sad about it. Then we'll move over here, and I've got 3 plants. I've got my peperomia, which was in my favorites video, and it was way cooler than this, but the cat snapped off about half the branches, and then it just started dying. It started melting. It became mush. All the leaves were falling off. So I'm experimenting with this guy in leca. He's been in there for 2 days, so we don't know much yet, but I'm going to do a video on it probably. Not yet though, I'm just testing it. But yeah, he's lost a lot of leaves. We're struggling. Next to it is my heartleaf philodendron micans, also struggling. It was in the office. I thought maybe it was too dry in the office for him, so I moved him out here as a test recently to see if we can bring him back, and the cats don't seem to be bothering him too much. Now that I say that, I mean, I don't know. But I mean, it's got new growth. I'll probably trim him up a little bit, but he's also in leca as a test. So we're gonna see. He's also only been in there 2 days. So I mean, we don't know much yet. Then we've got my, of course I'm gonna forget what it's called right now. It'll be up on the screen. It's an umbrella plant. He's grown a lot, but he also lost a couple of branches to my cats, and look, a ton of leaves. Love that. He is one that I would like to attempt to put in like leca or something, because my cats love to dig up the dirt since there's not a lot there at the bottom, so I don't really know what to do. I'm too scared to put him in leca yet because I do love him, and he's grown a lot, and he has survived my cats pretty well. So give me some ideas in the comments if you know how I should keep my cats out of him. Then in this corner, we've got my giant. I think he's no longer a philodendron, but I still call him my finger plant. I'll put what it is as far as I can find up on the screen. But this is my finger plant. He's huge, and he is a survivor. My cats love to use him as a way to get my attention, so he has lost several branches in the past couple of months, but every time he loses one, he puts out another like 2. So we're not too upset about it. This is the newest leaf right here. It's a little droopier than say the others. He was in my dining room, but I moved him because of the plant that was in this. We'll talk about it when we get to that plant. See, my cats are eyeing it. Look at them. But he's got a new growth coming out right now, so that's exciting. Yeah, and if this video hasn't already come out, stay tuned for a video on how to create this. Next to it is my pink syngonium. There's like 3 different pink syngoniums in here. Excuse me. But same story as this guy over here. The cats like to jump around on it. So he's falling over, which is fine. I don't mind if he's trailing. I just don't want them to break him. And he's doing okay. I mean, we've got all this growth. This one's not very pink. But like this one is 2 different kinds of pink, I think. Ow! Told you this would happen. Yeah, he's out! Oh, Jesus Christ. You bite hard. Why do you hate me? Play with your mouse. Look, mouse. Easily bamboozled. Yeah, I like him. He's cute. He provides a nice pink pop to good match with this guy's pink pop. And then we'll head to the kitchen area. Please forgive the state of my kitchen. I struggle the most with the plants that I keep in here. So we'll start over here by the sink. I've got a Lucky Bamboo. I just moved him out here not that long ago. He doesn't really seem to care all that much. I don't give him much attention. I'm hoping this guy will reach outside of that. But yeah, he's doing fine. It's whatever. I was just filling his water or refilling his water and cleaning it out, and then I just left him there. Above my cupboards are a bunch of cactus. I had a bunch of other stuff up there, but the cat, it just like, there's a vent right here. It was drying out. The cats were climbing up there and eating them. I mean, they climb up there and they eat the cactus, but I care a lot less about my cactus than I do about anything else. So those guys are just up there, probably being eaten. I mean, you can't see, where is he? This guy. Because my cats pulled him out of the dirt and put him on his side, and I can't be bothered to go up there and do anything about it. And then up on my fridge is my Bonnie spider plant. It's doing fine. Could be doing better. My cat's gnawing it a little bit. And it needs to be put in a pot that isn't terracotta because I forget to water it far too often. So maybe I'll move him to like a, I don't know. Let me know what you think. Then this is where we're going to not judge me. By my pile of cans that need to be returned is my bird of paradise. I believe it's an orange one, but it's too young to flower and has endured some cat scratches. But it's popping out leaves pretty quickly. He's doing fine. He's just got a fresh soil recently, so he's loving life in the window. Doesn't seem to care about the bright light. Next to it is a cactus, an unknown cactus that I don't even know if it's alive, but we like him, so we keep him around. Then down here, I've got some type of succulent. He had spider mites. I thought about getting rid of him. I don't know. He's there for now. Oops, sorry. He's there for now. Let me know what he is if I haven't figured it out on my own. Then up here, I had a string of bananas, and this morning I finally made the decision to toss them. They had mealybugs, and they had it way worse than I realized. So I moved him, cleaned out the area, threw him out, and I put this little cutting of a pothos right here because I think that he can handle the light, and he'll fill the space for now. And then I put another plant over here on my dining table. Same plant, I believe. I believe that cutting came from this one. And I just stuck him in this, container. I don't know if he'll stay, but I like him here for now. This corner has a tree that is currently in the tub, so we'll go into the tub and look at him in a moment. The cats like to use him as a scratching post, so I'm kind of at a loss for what to do with him. He was next to the TV, but we'll talk about him in a minute. Up here on my shelves, I've got this guy. It is a Hartley philodendron of some kind. I do not know what kind. Please let me know in the comments if you know. This is the newest leaf. And here's another one coming out. I think he's cute here. He's just in a cash pot. Then over here I've got just a little snake plant. I just thought he looked nice there. And then a little succulent. Not sure if it's alive. It's in a shot glass. Because why not? Then up here I've got some kind of, yeah, I'll put it up on the screen. I think he's really cool up there. I don't know if he's getting enough light. I need to check on him and pull off those yellow leaves. But I have to pull out the ladder to do that, so I try and deal with all of my hanging plants all at once. I just realized that I forgot to handle these guys up here, so right above this guy I've got a little neon pothos that is not doing great, so we are testing, if you can see, Lekka. He was in water, so it wasn't a huge weird transition for him. He fell off the shelf and was upside down all day until I came home and my boyfriend let me know that he fell, and yeah, he didn't like that fall. And then up here I've got a arrowhead. All the names of plants are starting to run together for me. I don't really care about the names of my plants that much. It's an arrowhead, a syngonium, maybe a mango illusion, I'm not sure.
He needs some trimming up, but he was recently watered, so he'll be fine for a while.
Here is my kitty. Before we go in the office, this is the tree I was telling you about that my cats use as a scratching post. It's a mass cane and it is huge and it's growing so well. However, today I noticed these 2 leaves. I think the cats maybe, I don't know, broke them or something. He's in here getting a rinse off because he was pretty dusty. And just in case my cats peed in there or something. But, excuse me, sir. But this is that guy. I love him, so I don't want to get rid of him. I just need to figure out where to put him so that my cats don't use him as a scratching post. Because that's annoying to me, and he's been knocked over a couple times from them climbing all the way to the top. It's not ideal. Got any ideas? Let me know. I just realized that I forgot to show off a couple plants. So these ones sit next to my couch. Right here is a elbow variegated syngonium, I believe. Got a new leaf coming out right here. Then also this one just unfurled. As you saw, I've got a couple of cuttings in the office. Yeah, he's doing really well. I believe I got him from Gabriella Plants. And then right here, I've got some kind of pothos. I've heard Snow Queen but I'm not really sure. And technically it's 2 different plants and they look kind of different in their variegation. So this is the other one. Let me know if you know what kind of pothos these are. And then right here is another fiddle fig. I got him in a houseplant unboxing. He's grown a couple leaves since. We've got some of this like brown dotting, but I've heard that could be a watering thing and it'll eventually grow out. I'm not too worried. There are 2 plants in there. But yeah, I forgot to let you know about these ones, so I thought I'd add them in. Hey everybody, this is Editing Elizabeth from the future, well after I filmed this video, and I have decided to break it into 2 parts since it is so long. In this first part you saw my bedroom, kind of the hallway area, and the living space, and in the next video you will see my office. So stay tuned for part 2 of this houseplant tour. Because I filmed this as if it was going to be 1, I don't have an outro for this video, so I'm about to film it right here. If you noticed I mislabeled or you have a hint as into what some of these plants might be specifically, please let me know in the comments below. Tell me which is your favorite, tell me which is your least favorite, if you have any care tips for any of the plants that I've spoken about or any tips for kind of helping my plants through my cats in their kitten phase. Yeah, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see the second part or any of my other videos which might have been referenced in here, subscribe, ring the bell so that you can be notified when the next part goes up. I'm not entirely sure when I'm going to post this, let alone the next one. So yeah, give me a thumbs up, a subscribe, let me know in the comments about my plants, about your plants, and I'll see you in part 2. Bye.